incorrect. That's politically incorrect. But I identify.
I am politically
Yeah,
incorrect.
I am politically
Incorrect.
incorrect. So
That is my identification. That is how you should view me. So
it's on
Yeah,
my
the fuck?
it's on my IC, bro.
wait, did you guys know that like Instagram? Okay, never mind. We talk about it later. All right, let's start this shit, man.
Right.
What up, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, older, young, smart, or dumb, to a new episode of the Gas Station Podcast, the podcast where you can fill the fuck up. I'm your host, Kayczar, and I'm back here once again after our hiatus. We are back with
You were hiatus.
hiatus hyena. That's what we're talking about.
Actually,
I'm back
not
again
a
once
bad name.
again. Yeah, hiatus coyote is an actual like.
It's a band, right?
It's a
Okay,
band.
never
It's an
mind,
actual
never
band.
mind. It's okay, never mind. Take.
We got Nobu, aka Middle, in the building. Nobu, how you feeling, bro? How was Raya? How's it going?
There was Raya.
You don't.
When was it?
We took
Bro.
off because of Raya, bro.
It's not a Raya. It's just another day inside the house, but special food.
With special food.
Yeah. And
That was all it was.
and like according to my family punya level of like when it comes to like special food, that is considered as the most bland raya we've ever had. My mom admits it's the most bland dish she's ever cooked. My mom admits
Okay.
on to my grandmother on the family group. She's like, oh, kita orang masak boring-boring je, biasa-biasa je this week sebab malas nak keluar and all. I'm like, betul Dona ni, exactly. Memang tak nak sambut raya pun. You know what we had? We had
What?
rendang ayam.
Hey, sedap. Okay.
Classic.
Dude, rendang ayam in my family, it's like, bro, what? It's like ayam goreng.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's so common, right?
so
Classic
common.
lah. It's like yeah.
It's classic, so common.
We had kuah kacang, no, sambal kacang, I think it's called.
What is sambal kacang?
It's kuah kacang, but there's like sambal in it, so it's like spicy.
Spicier a little
Yeah,
bit.
and then
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's like less thick. It's more, what's less thick? English?
Less thick. Thinner.
Classic.
Thinner. Plastic ni. And then normal lah, nasi impit, all that stuff. Bro, that shit is weak. My ideal raya is rendang itik, bro. I've been specifically asking
Rendang itik.
Yeah, I've been asking my mom, can we do rendang itik this year? I'm like, and then my mom said, see lah, if you can go buy, you go buy. If you can get it, okay lah, she'll do it. I can't. I didn't get to buy it, sebab tak ada.
Damn, I've never had rendang itik though.
Fire.
I've
And
never had
then
that shit. Bro.
also another thing that for me it's like the biggest scene of all is there's no putu mayam.
Putu mayam.
Yes, my family sambut raya with putu mayam since like dari zaman my grandmother.
Because y'all got some Indian shit in your house. as well.
So I was like, that's our nasi impit, you know.
Right.
So
right.
when I don't have that, I'm like, you have to literally eat nasi impit. I'm like, my mom said yes, be grateful. I'm like, okay, mom. So that's how my raya went.
I mean, the way you say your rendang and all that is your everyday putu mayam for is the fellow will come on the bike and
Yeah, the guy on
putu
the bike tak boleh datang my house, dude. I call him, it's like, uncle, putu mayam ada tak? Dia kata ada, tapi adik duduk mana? It's like, I duduk here. And then he said, oh, uncle tak boleh datang, tak boleh cross.
tak
I'm
boleh
like,
lepas.
Uncle,
Oh, fuck.
uncle, please take care, uncle. I was like, bro, koyak. No, it's not that I didn't try. I tried, but I didn't get it because of stupid MCO.
Right.
Which we will cover later, but Kabi, you go.
We gonna get to that later. Also back with us once again is Kafka Purp, aka Sashi. Sashi, how you been, bro? We haven't seen you in like a week. I'm lying because I've just talked to you like 2 days ago, but
Okay, I haven't seen you in a while.
okay. Middle
okay.
yeah.
I
So
got you, I
how you
got
doing?
you.
How you doing?
So, through this conversation, you clearly can see that we are faking it.
Yes, we are faking the shit. Yeah.
Some of it are fake, some of it are not fake. I mean,
Okay, but like how
I
you,
have not seen Sashi for like a week. But
2 weeks lah, yeah. 2 weeks lah, yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
Ah.
2 weeks.
How you been, bro?
I'm fine, guys. I've been okay. Just working on some freelance shit, new music, new videos. Happy to be here, man. Let's go.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Kabi,
Kabi,
I've been good.
nothing.
I've been good. I honestly, like I was telling Miro before the podcast started last week, felt a little bit empty to me because Friday nights I actually watch our podcast with my girlfriend. Like that's what we do on Friday nights. And last week we didn't have shit to watch, so we just had to go. I watched fucking Django Unchained last Friday night just because I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything to watch, and she hadn't watched that before. So I was like, okay, fine, let's just watch this shit. Like,
Great movie.
Amazing movie.
Invincible.
Relax.
Hey, I wanted to watch Invincible, but then I like started watching The Boys.
What's that?
It's also
The Boys
like
is also
it's a
Amazon. Dude,
superhero.
Amazon, they
Amazon
are
punya-
producing good superhero movies
It's like
series
this.
now.
It's like superhero in reality and how much they screw up and fuck up. It's
Yeah.
fucking nice. Fucking nice, bro.
Yeah.
I have an Amazon subscription, but I only
Hey,
subscribe because
Amazon got a lot of nice shit, bro. Actually.
I need to
Better
check it
than
out, bro.
Netflix at
Dude, you
some
got
parts,
you
know.
got Twitch Prime, meaning if you have Amazon punya video.
okay. What does that mean? But I don't know what Twitch Prime means.
To everyone who doesn't know, if you have if you have a subscription to Amazon Video, Amazon Video, and you will get free every month. You get free subscription for Twitch, which means you can give it to any streamer you want for free.
But do I have to link that shit?
You have to link your Twitch to your Amazon.
Okay, I'll do that.
So it's like
No, because I only subscribe to Amazon to watch that fucking Spurs documentary, and then it's just been running. But I never really like watched the shit. So but I've heard-
Don't say Spurs documentary lah. Say Jose documentary.
Jose documentary. Okay.
You
I
only watch
agree.
the shit because Jose Mourinho is there.
That's facts. That's big facts. I just wanted to see.
I'm not there to
Jose
watch
do the
fucking
shit.
Daily Ali. And
I
all
don't
that
care.
shit.
Yeah. I don't care about
we have enough of Dele Alli doing this, man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You gotta
man?
remember
I don't need
this,
to.
remember this video?
Dah lah, Kane tak faham.
Yeah.
The fella talk also tak faham. Need subtitles for Kane. For Kane got subtitles, you know.
Because he has a thick accent, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Glad you guys are doing well. I'm happy to be back. Let's get this shit started. Of course, last week since we were not here, we couldn't discuss this, and well, this is a topic that's not new and not that's something that we had to discuss last week. It's been happening for I don't know how many years.
70
already
years.
now. 70 years, yes, middle 70 years. So
Wait,
what
are
is
we
happening
gonna
again?
Talk about? I don't even know. I just think about 70 years.
No, you were right. Yeah.
We're talking about Israelis and the Palestinian conflict.
Yes, sir.
I got a feeling
we have to
I got a
bring that
feeling
up.
you're going there, yeah.
Yeah, we have to bring that up because yes, it's been happening for a very, very long time, but I think this is probably the most publicity it has gotten. And I guess with social media and people trying to be woke and all that kind of stuff, it bad or good, whatever it is, it has gotten a lot of publicity. I know it's a stupid question, lah, but what do y'all feel about this shit? It's a stupid question, lah, but
Yeah.
what do y'all?
I have not shown any what do you call that? Side choosing, I guess,
Yeah.
on any social media or whatever, because I think it's less of a race, it's less of a religion thing. Also, me being born a Muslim, it's like people automatically think that, okay, I have to support the Palestinians, which I do, but on a very different reason. It's not because I support them because they're being like brothers in same religion of me, but it's because they are being oppressed. Like the things that have been done to them, it's basically straight up just what do you call it, occupation.
I mean, on a
genocide.
human level, lah. On a
Yeah,
human level,
on a human level, it's fucked up.
yeah, it's fucked up, lah.
That's my point of view, and I've been keeping this secret for so long because I don't want people to like say like, oh, this motherfucker, he say this, blah, blah, he doesn't support his brothers in religion. I'm like, no, it's not about religion, it's about humanitarian punya point of view. I support them. I support them not because they are Muslims too. I support them because it's not supposed to be done, whatever the fuck is being done to them.
Yeah, because if you look at what's happening, I mean, the first like thing that was really like big on social media and stuff like that was the Sheikh Jarrah. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce that properly, but it's basically a part of Palestinian land that is occupied by Israel, but they allowed the Palestinians to live there peacefully. But how I guess whole thing became big was because people, not the Israeli military, not none of that. People, normal Israeli people were going to normal Palestinian people's homes in this area, Sheikh Jarrah, and basically just kicking them out of their houses.
And you just go in. It's like, oh, this is my house. You need to get the fuck out of here. It's like, bro,
This is my
that's
house. You need to get the
literally
fuck out of here.
my picture of my family picture. Then they're like, no, this is my house, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, bro, what?
Nah, they're literally like, yo, I own this house. And they're
Yeah,
like,
that's
"No."
what they say. Exactly.
And the Israelis are like, no, you own the house, but we own this land, so get the fuck out of this house and shit like that. So yes, that's not a matter of religion or anything like that. That's just fucking human shit, lah. Like, what the fuck? You can't kick me out of. If somebody walked into my house right now and was like, get the fuck out of here,
I beat his ass.
I walked into my parents' house or some shit and walked into there, and this is just as an example. I'm not saying this happens, but walked into my parents' house. It was like, this is Tanah Melayu. You cannot stay here. Obviously, we're gonna be like, huh? What? Like, we own this place, bro. Like, this is crazy. So it is very important here, and I want to bring up also Harith Iskandar. You guys know Harith Iskandar, right? The
Yes.
comedian.
No.
Yeah.
So he did a video where he was talking about this exact thing that we are saying. He was saying that, like, look, guys, this is not an issue of religion, because like me and Mirul had a conversation off air a couple days ago about this, and he was saying that, you know, there are Christian Palestinians, and there are. You know, there are other religions of Palestinians who live like that, and they
Yeah.
all get fucked. It
Just
doesn't matter what
because-
religion you
true.
are. You don't have to be in the Al-Aqsa mosque for you to get fucked, you know. Like,
Just being
all of
there.
them are getting fucked. Yeah, all of them are getting fucked. So, like, Harith Iskandar was making that same point, and he was saying, not to be like, fuck the people who's like supporting Muslim people. No. But at the end of the day, we have to look at, if we don't look at this in a humanitarian way, then this will not be solved. Because there are a lot of big countries, big powers and shit like that who don't give a fuck about Muslim people. So when you make this a Muslim thing, then they won't give a fuck. They'll be like, fuck them. We don't like them anyways. Or, you know, certain countries feel that way, right? So he was saying that, and fucking you, Caprice. You don't know Caprice.
Please.
Mr. Caprice.
I don't have a topi to cosplay him, but okay, go ahead, carry on.
Caprice like replied in the comments and was like, oh, if this was a humanitarian problem, they would have fixed it, blah blah blah. This is a Muslim problem, they hate us. And this is disappointing from you, Harith Iskandar, because you're not standing with your Muslim brothers and blah blah blah and all this kind of shit. And I think that is I think that's making it more divisive now. Don't make it more divisive.
I agree
This
with
is
Caprice.
human. In what way?
I agree with Caprice. Because like I said, this thing has been going on for 70 years, bro. It has
Yes,
been going on
100%.
for 70 years. Like you say, like, if you want support from the big country, whatever fuck, for 70 years they are waiting for their support, tak dapat, you know. So at the end of the day, who they turn their turn what's that? The punya English? Who they ask help from? It's like their brothers of religion. Also, based on what they are doing right now, like you say, like the publicity is like booming up, then we get like a lot of movement nowadays from
Right.
countries who are like well known that they have like majority Muslim.
Muslim.
And Muslim being like what, the biggest religion in the world, isn't it?
Yes.
So I mean, like, the way I see it, it's like that. It's like to a point where, you know what, we have to play that card. It's been too fucking long. We can't we can't
Okay.
wait for this fuckers. We have to play that card. We need to have all our brothers in religion from other different country to help us out right now. Which I think, based on the publicity they're getting and the support they're getting, I think it's like it's okay. It's a good move if you ask me. Like, compared to
Okay,
like,
from
Yeah.
that standpoint, I understand. From that standpoint, I understand.
I understand, but I also understand Harith Iskandar punya point of view. It's just that when he said about yang macam you say, it's like the divisiveness, and it's like it's too late already if you want to put that point out. It's
Right.
just
Okay.
and it's okay for you to have that point of view, which I too have the same point of view. It's like it's more of a humanitarian punya problem,
Right.
but I understand why they are using the card. So it's like, for me, it's like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, I don't know if, again, like, if this is, if you looked at as a Muslim problem, then I have no say in this. I just support whoever is being oppressed. But I mean, these countries are surrounded by Arab countries, Saudi and all these countries. Where are they?
No, those big fuckers, they like that lah. And the thing,
Yeah.
a lot of people have a misconception about it. It's not Israel versus Palestine, you know. It's the Zionists from Israel against
Correct.
Palestinian. Like there
That's a very important point.
Yeah, that's a very important point because I've seen a lot of people just straight out like shit on like Israel,
Jews.
like the Jews. Like, bro, relax. The Jews are not the problem. The problem is the radical. Same goes to Muslim lah. The radical Muslim is also a problem, and you
Correct.
have the radical Zionist also is a problem.
Correct.
see,
So, like
People need to differentiate that because
Separate.
because they have like the Palestinians have support from the Jewish people who are like against the
yeah.
the occupation now. I mean, like a lot of people just turn their eyes on this and like, this is not about Israel versus Palestine. This is about radical Israel doing what the fuck they're doing to the Palestinian now.
Yo, it's just government, bro. It's just straight up government. Whatever the fuck they're doing with the government. I don't follow lah, but I've been seeing people retweet the Israel Defense Force tweets and shit like that. Bro, that shit is fucking
IDF.
terrible, bro. Like,
They got intern to do all the things.
it's terrible, bro. It's fucking terrible. And so yeah, but you're right, Miro. Like, separate it, because if you as let's take it away from this. If you as anybody say, hey, fuck the Jews because they're doing this, you're no different from them. You need to look at the issue objectively and realize who is actually doing these things. There are so many Jewish people who are in support of this, in support of Palestine, and in support of all these things. There are so many Muslim people or whoever the fuck who live in Palestine who are just like, kill all the Jews. That's not the solution. That's not the solution. The solution here is whoever the fuck is running the Zionists, the fuckers who run the government and all this kind of shit, they are the problem. So we need to fix that problem, not Jews. You don't have to kill Jews. Like, that's not the thing here. Like, we're not hanging out with Hitler over here. Like,
Also,
we're not doing that shit.
Okay, you open Hitler, and if you really want to blame someone, you blame him. He's
Why?
the one who started it all, dude. Whatever the fuck he did to the Jew people is basically what the Jew people are doing to the knee.
I mean, yeah, but like, I mean,
Because
you
I
shouldn't do that.
I was reading this article. Even in the article was saying, okay, remind me to find the article so I can pass to you guys.
Yeah.
Even the guy said, this is what happened post Hitler. The mindset is already like different already.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that the Jews who were refugees after the war came to Palestine as refugees and were seeking refuge, and the Palestinians let them in. They let them in, and it was like, and then now you're doing this. It's like, nah, you can't blame that on what happened before, dude. Like, we let you in. It's not like the Palestinians did not let them in or whatever. They did. They let them in and all this kind of shit. Then slowly, they started doing whatever the fuck. Again, I'm not saying Jews. I'm saying whoever the fuck is running the government, the Zionist motherfuckers, that's the motherfuckers that did this shit. So fuck that. You know, because I've seen beautiful pictures of Muslims and Jews in Israel taking pictures together and being like, we stand with Palestine and shit like that.
One of my schoolmates is a Jew, dude.
Yeah,
Like
come on, dude.
his name is Jeremiah. Like,
let's go.
How much?
Let's go.
His mix lah. His father was Israelite or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then the mom is local Indian now, so they got married.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, and to like I hang out with everyone. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hang out with everyone.
No, that's the thing. No, I
guess
the
hang out with
point
him,
is-
and then he was saying like when people found out that like the thing is the
he's
is
half
kept
Israeli.
is kept in hush hush, you know, when about his origins and in our school.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people know. I know because I live out with him.
Yeah.
And then it was like he told me like most of the people, especially young Melayu Islam, but they don't really practice, but they all talk only like they always like condemn him, like bully him because of like they knew that he was like half Jew.
Israel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. It's not about any specific religion. It's not about any of those things. This is a human situation. Yes, fuck. I will say fuck Israel, but I don't mean fuck the Jews. I mean fuck whoever is running the shit, who's doing all this shit. Fuck that. Like everybody else, I have no problem. I don't have any problem with Jew people at all. I mean, do y'all like Seth Rogen?
Dude, he's like my top 3 favorite people in the world. No care.
He's Jew.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
a Jew. Like, you know.
Also,
we
Seth
have
Rogen,
no-
if you're watching this, hello.
Yeah, he's
I'm a
not
huge
watching
as
this
fuck.
shit, but-
No, you like you say, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
I have a script that I wanted to do with you. Hello. I DM
Nah, but-
him my script, bro. No cap.
That's kind of right, but but like, nah, I'm just saying that, like, you know, it's not about that lah. But I mean, I guess in closing, I just don't want to see stories every day when I wake up about children dying and shit like that. Y'all bombing hospitals and y'all bombing mosques and shit like that. Especially, you know, during Ramadan month is when they always ramp up all this shit lah, because they know
Yeah,
Muslims are heavily more practicing during Ramadan month. It's not
the holy
It's not
month.
cool
dude.
lah. None of this shit is None of this shit is cool. I fully support Palestine, and I hope. I don't know lah. I don't know why this situation is the one situation that like everybody don't want to like step into. Like when shit was going left with Libya, America was like, we're there. When shit was going left with Iraq, and America was like, we were there. Now this shit happens, and then America is like, we stand with Israel. Okay. What? Like, but I mean, the world
Purely political, man.
Political, don't It's all political. No care.
political and defense wise, lah, you know,
Yep. Defense, bro.
because Israel has one of the most powerful armies, air force, so in the world and shit like that. So a lot of
Correct.
countries are
That's why America don't wanna
Fuck
go
them.
against.
correct, and
Yeah.
and you know, I was reading that Israel supplies weapons also to America and vice versa.
That's also correct.
You
Yep.
know, so there's a lot of bullshit happening. lah.
It's always the same country punya nama yang come out, dude. It's always those
Yeah.
It's
It's
always
the top
yeah.
4 team lah. Top 6.
Top 4 teams, yes,
Top-
yeah.
The big 6.
The big 6, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, I pray for Palestine, and I hope everything goes the right way in some way. Like, honestly, I don't know. I'm
don't
saying
know.
this, but I don't know how this will come to an end.
I don't know.
honestly don't know,
Yeah.
because I don't think what anybody says, I don't think the Israeli government gives a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
They will just do. So
Literally, the other big countries need to step in. If not, it's
yeah,
not gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Which is-
Erdogan went and contact all the Muslim punya country punya prime minister.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
fuck.
I don't know. if
Turkey
it's
has
gonna work.
one of the bigger ni juga kan, weapon punya ni.
Yeah, but like, I don't know lah. I wanna see it happen first. I don't wanna hear talk. Cause like you said, Middle East been happening for so many years.
Yeah, lama dah.
So many years, bro, and nobody wanted to do this. And then now you talking about this, and even we are in the conversation
Because
also.
it's one of those things where nobody's gonna win. You know, it's
Yeah.
not a win-win situation. Like
Correct. It's either
because-
this side die a lot or that side die a lot.
because Palestine is important for all Muslim because of Al-Aqsa, the mosque.
Of course, yes.
And then Palestine is where the Jew punya, what do you call that? The wall
Yeah.
is also where it's at. So it's either they learn how to live with each other or one of them has to get wiped out. That's it.
I mean, also, you talk about Israel as Jews, but like, you know, I guess this is not. I hope the Vatican is not watching, but this is the truth.
Vatican busy lepak with them small kids. What the fuck they doing? Kek
Jesus,
W.
I mean, Jesus was, you know, was hanging out in Israel and Palestine. That's where he was at. That's where he was born. That's where he was doing his shit. In that same area. I mean, there was no Israel at the time. It was Palestine. Now is this Israel was only made in 1948. So
1948 out of fucking nowhere.
yeah, out of fucking nowhere they became Israel. But
Like-
like before that was Palestine. So Jew was a Jew. Jesus was a Palestinian. Like that's what he was. So it's a lot of things. And again, like I always say every fucking podcast, we need to let go of this religion bullshit when it comes to real life people and real life governments and shit. Like let it go, bro. Let it go. Why can't we just coexist? Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I don't think this is one of those cases where religion tak boleh. It's because it's a majority of the problem, you know.
Yeah.
Like what's
Yeah.
causing the clash is because of that. So memang it's for this particular case of the Palestinians, the Israelites, it's like you can't separate the religion out of it. Memang tak boleh buat apa. So like you
Yeah.
said, what we can do is just do whatever the fuck you want to support, like up to you, and then just wait lah, see what happen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like
Yeah, I pray for
Bruno tried to breach them. Tak dapat.
Bruno siapa?
Bruno, you guys don't watch Bruno the movies? Sacha Baron Cohen.
Okay.
He
I was thinking Bruno
brought-
Fernandez did what? Like,
Why Bruno Fernandez? bro?
you said Bruno in my head is straight. Bruno Fernandez.
Sorry,
I'm
bro.
like,
The most recent Bruno is Bruno
it's Bruno
Fernandez.
Fernandez. Yeah, I'm like, Bruno did what? Like,
Okay.
But then when you said the movie, I was like,
okay. I remember that. I remember
right.
that. Yeah. But let's close that. We I think I can speak for all three of us. We pray for everyone in Palestine, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully this gets resolved in our lifetimes, lah. I would like to see this get resolved in our lifetimes.
True.
I don't think it will get resolved next year, tomorrow, next week, whatever. But in our lifetimes, I would like to see this end, lah. You know.
Please. Yes,
There's
please.
too many children and women dying and shit like that. I don't like that. All right. So we've shitted on overseas people for quite some time. Let's shit on some local stuff. for now.
Favorite part, shitting on local stuff. Let's go. Okay.
Look, man.
Who are we shitting on? Who are we shitting on?
Look, man. We are in a downward spiral, bro. Like the ship is sinking right now. The situation is not going any better at all. There's no part of this that's getting any better at all. We are dealing with this so terribly. I saw a statistic today about a year ago, the number of COVID cases in the US and the UK and us. And we were like at 150. US was at like 150K or some shit.
Yeah.
UK was 100 something. Today's statistics is the US is at 30,000. UK is at 1.5K.
And then
We are
ours
at
6.8.
6806. I remember the number. I'm gonna buy the number on Saturday on number day.
Okay, share please. Share please.
6806, bro. What are we doing, bro? Look, first of all, we didn't speak about this, I guess. Okay, so now they are talking about, there's gonna be a full MCO. So what are we in right now?
Yeah, I was like, bro, you ruined Raya for me by doing this full MCO where basically you can go out, but you can't go out at the same time. With this fucking bullshit. And then suddenly it's like, you know what, next week, gonna full lockdown, everyone can't go. I'm like, bro, should have just started with that. Fucking idiot.
Because to me, MCO means what we had the first time.
The first one, right? Tak boleh keluar, everyone work from home, office all tutup, mall all tutup. But right now, people are spending Raya at the mall because apparently mall is open.
People are doing family gatherings at the mall, no?
Yeah. I mean, I blame those people for being fucking idiots, but it's
Also,
much
yes.
more stupid for those fuckers who say, you know what, well, let's open the mall.
You cannot. Go ahead.
It's weird because even if the government macam, alright, you guys can go out and shit, I think they're saying from an angle like they don't want to be looked at
Too
like a
strict.
dictator kind of shit. They like,
Correct.
okay, they're giving you the power. So now the power is with the public, right? The public maybe lack the common sense lah. Macam, you know what? Maybe we have the power, but maybe we should just stay at home.
No, it's like for instance, Taiwan. Taiwan had one case recently. Where the fuck is Kavi?
Yeah, he back.
Sorry.
Like Taiwan had one case. Was it one case? I can't remember. Like recently, and the people of Taiwan just straight up do their own MCO like without even the government bagi tahu suruh buat MCO.
Yeah, they had like I think
Yeah.
Like why can't Malaysian do that? Bro, I have not been out for so many days. Okay, lama gila. Even before MCO, I didn't go out because I'm afraid of COVID. But why can't people stay at home? Are your house that boring?
Let's break this down into two sections, okay? Because I have a problem with the people, I also have a problem with the government. Let's start
Yeah.
with the government first, okay? You cannot be this inconsistent in your way of doing things. If you say MCO, that means MCO. You shouldn't change the
Leeway,
rules.
yeah.
You shouldn't be changing the rules. You shouldn't be doing all of that shit. MCO means MCO. Macam kita buat the first time.
First one.
MCO, everybody work from home. Not 30% can go to the office and blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. No. Everybody work from home. Malls close to 50% capacity. All this shit you have to do. If you don't do this, sad to say, the Malaysian population, the Malaysian rakyat, sorry to say lah, but we are just like that lah, kan?
Yeah, true.
If you give us a bit of leeway, these motherfuckers are going to take advantage of this shit.
True. It's not just. It's like the what do you call this? The mob mentality. If you ask me, it's like you guys remember Men in Black, that scene where he said humans are panicky, blah blah blah blah blah, whatever the fuck, and it reminded me of this. It reminded me of what's happening right now. It's like you can't do that. You can't let people decide between two, because when there's like so many people, the mob mentality is gonna take over. Then it's gonna be like, oh, he went out. Okay, I'm gonna go out now. And then I'll be like, and then I was like, hey, I'm going out. You want to go lepak with me? And then it's like everyone's gonna go out. Should just say like, no, you can't go out. You can't go out. You can't go out. Easy.
It's that, and it's also for me. I feel with Malaysians. Again, sorry to say, but I feel like we need to be told.
I agree.
And this is my issue with the people. Y'all shit on the government so much. Y'all do all this shit so much. But it's clear that you need to be told to jaga your SOP, rumah and all this kind of shit to do it. If you're not told to do that, we do not have the common sense to do it by ourselves. Which is very sad to me.
Like, you don't have to go far. You remember the Pasar Malam for Raya?
Yeah.
Can they open the Jalan Ta, all those places they open?
The bigger one,
the bigger one you can go. I mean, like, you know damn well there's no Raya this year, bro. Like, why the fuck did you even open that?
And I guess my point here.
People who go by, it's like, bro, korang nak tunjuk kat siapa tu?
Yeah.
I have not buy baju Raya for like the last 8-9 years. I've been using the same baju Raya for like, I don't know.
I mean, look, like, I saw a tweet today and somebody said this. They were like, this whole situation is more painful for people like us who have not gone out since the first whenever, even when things were all good and shit for a while, we never went out.
Yeah.
We stayed at home. We never met our friends. I haven't seen you guys. I've seen Sashila, but I haven't seen you guys for so long. Like, we've been following this shit. And for all you fuckers, whoever the fuck you, I don't care if you went to the Bazaar Raya or you went to a cafe or you went to wherever the fuck you went to with your 10 friends or whatever the fuck, all of y'all are part of the problem. And until we because, okay, now here's another issue. Now people are going to think, oh, we get this vaccine, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do. We can go around wherever the fuck we want to go and all this kind of shit. No. You can't. The vaccine is not even like 100% effective.
You can't.
You can't. You can't. Like, look, man, as much as this is, yes, the government definitely fumbled this shit like fuck. They don't know how to control our people. But at the same time, if you as a people say, we are smart people and we do this, blah, blah, blah, then you should be able to control yourself. Like you said, Mirul, I looked at the Taiwan shit and I was like, wow.
Respect.
The government didn't tell them to sit down, bro.
They all sit down.
They just sat down by themselves. They were like, fuck it. No office. Everybody work from home. I saw pictures, I saw videos and shit. Trains are empty. Everything is empty by themselves. The government didn't say shit. Fam, like I'm not to say angry lah, but I'm disappointed because this has been going on for too long already. And the countries that we shitted on, US and the UK and all this, we were like, oh, they handling it terrible and all this kind of shit. Are handling it now good. US is almost 3/4 open already now.
UK also fans on the stadium
Fans
already
are
lah, bro.
bro, UK has had 1.5 cases, bro, today. Their population is much bigger than ours.
Yeah.
There are 1,500 cases today. That's a combination of everybody taking their vaccine, nobody being anti-vax, and also everybody being like, okay, when they went into lockdown, everybody really went into lockdown. And when they opened it up slowly, everybody also opened up slowly, not like we open up now RMCO or EMCO or whatever the fuck it is, and now everybody is out. No, they were slowly doing this shit. Doing that, I think I saw Netherlands also had a music festival recently with like 10,000 people there and shit like that, properly done and all this kind of shit. You have to show your vaccine card, blah blah blah, all this kind of shit. They had that done. Everybody was still wearing their masks, still socially distanced and shit like that. It has been done. We are there's no discipline here, bro, with these people. And you can't sit on your computer and shit on people, on the government or whoever the fuck it is.
This guy.
Nah, dude, I don't know what's going on. But anyway.
You misclick.
No. I wasn't even trying to click.
Okay,
Now
okay,
I'm
okay.
trying to click.
But wait, okay. Go.
Nah, but like you can't sit on your computer and shit on the government and this and blah blah blah blah, all this kind of shit when you're doing the opposite.
Contributing.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And you're ruining it for all of us. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's getting very frustrating, bro, because
I think they have to stop whining lah. They have to stop whining macam, oh, we cannot go out, oh, it's because of MCO. I think because of the whining, right, they feel like they can macam kind of like they feel like they have to break the rule. Macam can lah, we go here for a while, we go there for a while, but if guna macam common sense and we actually can like curb this thing lah, but everybody macam I don't know lah. They feel like we've been sitting here for too long inside the house. Okay, I think it's time we go out of here. We've been we've been inside for too long already. But that's not how you're supposed to approach this lah. You can only go out once it's already like fully done, right?
Because another thing here is, the most of the people who have been going out, blah blah blah, and all this kind of stuff are in Selangor, KL. Obviously, we
Yeah.
have the most cases.
I think it's somewhat
And-
2,000 plus, right?
Today, 2,227. And you know who should be whining about this shit? The people who make their money on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
The poor
if the poor people start bitching, then yeah, go. Yang ni orang yang like you have money, macam for instance like the middle class, you got money, you want to go out,
Like
go,
yeah,
go.
whining because they want to go out, not
Ah.
because I need to find food
No,
or
these
get
guys
some-
are
They want to
fine.
go out. They want to go.
These guys are fine.
cafes, They want to go see their
Yeah.
friends. Like, bro,
I mean,
get
the
a
three of-
Discord, dude.
We'll say like the three of us are you through lockdown. All three of us can work still. We can do all this shit still.
Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna be like, I wish I can go, but we're not gonna try and do that shit and whine about the shit. And when the shit open back a little bit, we're not gonna rush and go and do that shit. Why are you doing that shit? The people who should be whining are the people who work on a day-to-day basis, get paid on a day-to-day basis, and who can't go out. When your fuckers do this fuck shit, and then we have to, when the cases go up, and then now we have to complete lockdown, those are the people who suffer the most. Yes, you suffer from, I don't know, mental health issues or whatever, because you stay in the house or whatever. Of course, I'm not discounting that or anything, but I'm saying real life though. Like yes, you may be depressed staying at home. That's a real problem that we have to deal with that. That's a very real problem for sure. But compare that to somebody who has no money to buy food because we are in a
they
total
can't
lockdown.
eat. Yeah.
So what is more important here? Like going out or fixing this shit? It's fucking. I'm very frustrated, bro. Like honestly, it's been because you know why? Because honestly, I thought, okay, fine. The cases went down, the Sabah election happened, it went back up, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. And I felt like it can go back down again. Once the government said, hey, RMCO, EMCO, whatever, I can't keep up with whatever MCO it was. When they started opening shit back up, everybody was outside, bro. There's parties, there's this, there's that. Like I said earlier, New Year's Eve, everybody was in Langkawi doing this and doing that. And then now when this shit happens again, now you're like, oh, fuck the government and blah, blah. Yes, fuck the government for sure. But still, you cannot lie. You cannot do this shit, you know? And I'm sorry. I'm very frustrated because I am, and I think we can speak for all of us. The three of us are okay. You close or you open or whatever, like job, we can still do job for online or whatever the fuck. Like I'm just worried about those people who really like do day-to-day type of job. You know, who don't have Twitter to go and voice their opinion. You know what I mean?
To run.
Yeah. Who don't have a podcast to come in here and shit on whatever, right? You know? Like, I'm worried about those people, bro. Like those people, I was talking to my dad the other day and he was telling me about some of his friends who are like, you know, have lower incomes and stuff like that. Who are suffering, bro. Like really, really no money to buy a uniform for their kids for school and shit like that. Like because of the nature of their work, you know? And we over here in KL Selangor being like, hey, y'all faster get the vaccine so I can finally go out and do this. No, dude, no.
Entitled gila.
No, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I don't care about you doing whatever fuck nonsense you want to do. No, this is about our whole country, bro. And also another thing I want to say here also is, this spike of cases is not like a spike of cases, actually. It is a result of mass testing. So in Selangor and in KL, they've been doing more testing on people. This is not being done all over the country. It's being done in Selangor, KL, Johor a little bit,
Yeah, they
Sarawak
had
also
like
a little bit.
Like they open like a booth or like that. Even near my place also they open one booth where you can go
Correct, drive
get
through
checked
and you
for
can
free. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just do that shit. So it's mass testing. So that
Cases has been
The-
actually banyak gila lah sebenarnya kan.
it's already been a lot of cases just
Yeah.
that we didn't know. We didn't know there was this
It's
many
hidden
cases.
lah, haven't been discovered.
Yeah. So
And then I received
Mm.
this WhatsApp from a friend of mine, and then he saw it on Twitter. It's a voice recording of this guy saying like, if you got affected by COVID, I mean like if you're COVID positive, right? Don't tell anyone. Keep it to yourself.
what?
Wait. And then he was saying like, it is it is just a normal flu. You don't have to tell anyone. Just stay. And then it's like there are some Islamic punya, what do you call that, medicine to help you out, but don't tell them. Just keep it to yourself. So you don't have to go to wherever they want to put you. I'm like, if I find whoever the fuck says this, bro, I'm gonna punch your dick so hard, dude. Like what?
Indians
the
are the same, bro. They
fuck,
say
bro?
rasam la, do this and do that, la, not do what the fuck. Indians are the same.
Yeah, I mean,
Or you
like
just
the medicine one doesn't bother me, you know. It bothers me is that when you tell people not to tell other
That's the
people that
thing.
you're COVID positive, like,
I
bro,
saw-
I
I
swear
saw-
to God, dude, if I find you, I'm gonna punch your dick, man. No care.
I saw a couple of cases where clusters happened where the people actually like ran off and some people actually gave like fake address, so when they come to the house to check, the person is not actually there. Fake address and they're actually living somewhere else because they don't want to go into quarantine or whatever the fuck it is.
Penjara, bro.
Fam.
Should have just do like what they did before. Penjara, bro. What the hell? Why
Fam.
did we stop that?
It's I mean, because jail is also another vulnerable place. You can't just can't just throw a person with COVID into jail. So like
Speaking of jail, and I was on Twitter like literally just now. A friend of mine shared a petition from change.org to sign to get this person is quite notorious for breaking the MCO rules, the COVID rule in Malaysia. She's pretty famous about it, and I think this is like the fourth time, I think, right? Fourth or third time she got kantoi. Fourth time. Okay, apparently there's a petition going on around that wanted her.
Put her into jail lah.
Yeah, wanted her to go to jail. I will share to you guys that thing.
I'll sign that petition.
I've
right
signed
now.
that petition. I've signed that
Yeah,
petition.
what the fuck?
The
We
target was
entitled
75,000 signatures, you know. By the time I opened it, you know how many was there? 60K, bro.
Look, okay, let me run it down for our
Alrighty,
listeners and viewers.
let's go.
Went to Langkawi on a so-called business trip,
Business.
was a honeymoon.
Okay.
And then she got charged for that, $60,000 for that, whatever fuck. Okay, fine. Came
Like
back.
one.
They caught her from KL going to Nilai to buy carpet.
From Kelantan or KL?
KL. She's not. Wherever the fuck she was, lah. You don't have to.
She went to Nilai to get carpets.
Bought carpets. Kena,
Okay.
that one is still under investigation. Hari Raya had like 60,000 people at her house.
60,000? Oh, okay.
I'm
okay.
exaggerating.
But there were a lot of people at the house.
There's much more people than it should have been in her house. Also still under investigation. Then today they caught a picture of her wearing the niqab, covering and shit like that. No mask
mask.
underneath and shit like that.
Niqab is not a mask, dude. By the way, niqab is the Puda thing, you know, if everyone knows.
They cover the shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
yeah.
is not a
Muslim
mask.
That's not a mask.
And there was a lot, like when this pandemic first started happening, government came out and said even if you wear a purda, if you wear the niqab,
You have to
wear a mask. Either inside or outside, you have to wear a mask. That's a law. Strike 4. Out of the 4, only 1 the other 3 still under investigation.
Investigation.
As usual.
I mean,
Who is she, bro? No, my question is who is she?
That's my question. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's my question.
No, okay, look. From her point of view, maybe I can be like, she thinks she got money, she can pay the.
she thinks she's
I'm
slick.
rich.
Yeah, but my thing is from the law standpoint. If you can find asrama students, as we spoke about a couple of episodes ago, on the spot for not wearing a mask properly, for just pulling the mask down on the spot, why does this person get the benefit of we are doing investigation? What is this? What is that?
I mean, what kind of investigation?
What do you
kind
need?
of carpet
Yeah.
she bought or what? It doesn't make any sense, dude.
The images are there. The videos are there. She posted it herself. You can
Play it
see
herself.
She played herself. She posted she was in Nilai buying the carpet. Went up for like 5-6 hours. People started like shitting on her and shit. She took it down, but people already took screenshots.
Already got copy paste.
All that shit already
Internet,
done.
man.
Same thing with the Raya situation. She put the shit up with like so many people in the living room and shit. Then she took it down. Everybody already got that video.
Understand, every time she posts, right, there's gonna be someone
Screen recording that
screenshotting
shit.
that
Exactly. Same. So when she went out, this 4th time when she went out, it was fucking paparazzi who caught her.
And
Not
the
wearing-
picture is fire, bro.
The picture is fire,
The
bro.
picture fire, dude.
Which was it? Bloomberg? What? I can't remember what.
Bernama.
So the picture
Bernama.
is through like the gates, like a gate. So it's a bars, and then she's standing behind the thing,
But-
looking like she's behind bars, and that's the picture.
And then that was the picture where she does not wear the mask above or
Yeah,
below
yeah.
her niqab.
Yeah, but it was framed in that image with the bars. and then she's
composition.
behind.
100 over 100.
Woohoo! Cik Mat will be proud.
Storytelling. J-Mart will be proud.
Yeah, I mean, dog, it's stupid lah at this point. Like, how much more, dude? I feel like every other day we see this. A politician breaking this thing, or an actor breaking this thing, or somebody dato somewhere breaking this thing. And it's always the same response.
I'm gonna like single-handedly blame this woman for the spike lah. It's because of you.
Fuck it, right?
You only.
Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I will sign. Miro, please send that petition because I will sign it under. I have 3 different emails. I have my email, I have my Kayczar email, and I have the gas station email. 3 emails. I will sign for all 3. And hopefully she gets fucking sit jail time now. Sit for 1 year, then you know. Barbie.
Yeah, bro. Too much lah. They feel like. I mean, you're not really like a big star lah, but.
You are, but like, what does
But,
that matter?
I mean, I mean, you're not really a big star lah. I don't know you. I don't listen to you. I don't. So you're just another like rogue lady who's trying to like
Correct.
fuck with the law. To me lah, to my eyes. So what
Yeah.
the fuck, bitch.
Fuck off. I hope you get charged. I hope you get jail time. I don't know what the fuck. Whatever it is, I hope it happens.
Because if
Alright.
common citizen confirm dah kena dah.
Bro, we would have been gone, bro. That's it.
Yeah, like 4 times, bro. The fuck?
Yesterday, for the first time after a long time, I went down to the My News and I forgot to bring my phone.
Shit.
Right. And I was like, I stood in front of My News. I took my phone to scan the My. I was like, fuck, I didn't bring my phone. Fuck. Then I was, you got a book.
Yeah,
Right, first, I wrote the book. Okay, cool. Then I went and bought whatever I want to buy. I just want to buy bread, bro. Like, but I was still like, oh no, I gotta do this shit. Like, cause I'm scared, bro. Like, what if a police officer just walks in here? Like,
Come and check.
yeah.
Kena sign up though.
Yeah. All right, let's end that. Hopefully the situation gets better, as we always like to say, but we'll see lah. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's get off that serious talk and shit like that. Let's get to some general topics. I really want to talk to you guys about this. This happened obviously. Well, it happened like 2 weeks ago. And I think it's important because we have a podcast together as well. So, it is about the Joe Budden podcast. And for those of y'all listening or watching who don't know the Joe Budden podcast, Joe Budden he used to be a rapper. He had the hit song "Pump It Up." If y'all know the song, "Pump, pump, pump it up," yeah, pump, that song. That was him. So then he has a podcast and very successful, one of the most successful podcasts in the world, actually.
Right.
Number one on Spotify for 2 years straight in the last 2 years, which is a very big deal. So what happened in the last couple of weeks is Joe Budden, of course, the podcast is not just him by himself. He has a couple of co-hosts, and their names are Rory and Maul. And in the last actually, this started a month ago. So a month ago, all of it, I watch the Joe Budden podcast every week. They have 2 episodes a week. I watch it every week. Wednesday night, Saturday night, I watch it. And I turned on the podcast one day and his co-hosts were not there. So I'm like,
Right.
"Hey, what the fuck happened to the co-host?" And then he was like, "Nah, we're taking a break, blah, blah, blah, blah. Rory and Maul are not going to be here." He replaced them with 2 of his like friends, random friends. And they were doing the podcast. So for a month, they were doing that. And in between of the month, Joe did mention something about, there's a little bit of a situation going on with the podcast with my 2 co-hosts not happy with certain things. But we'll figure it out and we'll be back in a month. So a month passed and they come back. They came back. They addressed the whole situation and shit like that. They said what happened. Apparently they all had an argument, blah, blah, blah. What happened was Joe, I guess, asked Rory, one of his co-hosts, to not come to the podcast for a couple of days. And Maul, the other guy, was like, "Wait a minute, you can't just tell the other co-host to not come. So I'm also not coming." So they didn't come. So I thought it was resolved. They did 2 episodes. They did 2 episodes back together again. Energy was all off already, I could tell.
Awkward lah.
It was awkward. It was like because they used to like, man, joke with it. I used to watch their podcast and like laugh so much. Because it's just like friends laughing with each other.
Banter kan.
Yeah, so much banter. Banter was gone. Maul was not talking much. Rory was trying too hard, I can tell. Like, it was weird. 2 episodes happened, then they didn't come back again for the 3rd episode. So the 3rd episode, Joe Budden goes on there and says, "Fuck them," and shit like that. They're all terrible friends. Rory, you're fired. Maul, you're fired. Blah, blah, blah. And it goes crazy. And then off of that, Rory and Maul do a podcast by themselves to explain the situation. So
They just do a one-off podcast.
it was fire actually, because the way the Joe Budden podcast started off as they didn't have a name, so they named the podcast, the episode 1 until 10-ish. I think the podcast was called "I'll Name This Podcast Later." That's what it was called. Okay. So when they did this, when Rory and Maul sat down, they did it on Vimeo. Okay, I guess they did a deal with Vimeo. You have to pay $2 to watch the shit. I paid the shit to watch it. $2 get out cheap. I watch it. It's like 8 ringgit. Okay, I watched the shit. So I paid and I watched it. And they named it "I'll Name This Response Later." That's what they named it, which is already a bar. Then I watched the shit. And turns out what had happened was when they started the podcast, they weren't making any money like right now, right? So they did about 177 episodes. after 177 episodes, they got a Spotify deal. Okay, Spotify offered them a deal. According to what I read at that time, it was worth like 2 million ish, whatever, right? They got a deal. So they were saying, the two co-hosts were saying that we had a contract that said we are profit sharing contract.
Okay.
Meaning if the podcast makes $10,000, then we get however many percentage from it, right? So they didn't do anything wrong. All they asked was whatever money they were getting from the profit, right? Can we see how much money is coming in the first place? Like, okay, let's say you paying me from the profit sharing, you say the percentage, whatever percentage, is $10,000, right? Let's just say $10,000. Okay, but can I just see the initial number or not?
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I'm getting the correct percentage.
Yeah.
And Joe said no. And this went on. I mean, this happened now, but apparently it's been going on for about 2.5 years already now. These motherfuckers asked for accounting. Accounting never come. Joe is saying, and then it boiled over when they were having a conversation, I guess, one day off the podcast, and Maul was saying, like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And Joe told him it's called the Joe Budden Network. So this is none of your business. And that's how that whole shit when happened.
He told that in the podcast, huh?
No, he told off air, but like Maul said it in the podcast. He said, like,
Right.
Joe said this to me. Like, Joe said, like, this thing that I built with him is none of my business now because it's
Right.
called the Joe Budden Podcast in the network, whatever. Now, there's two things here. First off, I want to say that I had an idea to start a podcast for many years because of the Joe Budden Podcast. I watched it. I enjoyed it. So many laughs. It was so much knowledge. It was so much shit. It's the reason why this podcast exists is because I watched that and I was like, guys, let's do something like that. You know? That's one. Number two is, look, I have a question for you guys. When it comes to doing business with friends, how do you think that should be handled?
Separate.
So like,
I've went through this. I had a company before with my friend.
Right.
So actually had a company. And I learned a lot of stuff like in a bad way, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing first, you need to separate work and friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Why? Because they are your friend. You hang out with them every night.
You trust them.
Yeah, you trust them. But the challenge comes in when your friends start to like, hey, we gotta do work tonight. So the line between friends and like working together dah blur, at that point.
Correct.
And usually when this thing is blurred, that's where problems start to come in. And then I got my own issues that I took advantage of. Apa semua. Like the other person also had a problem, but I think first thing first, you need to set the rule is like separate betul-betul. If we are lepak, no work talk, whatever the fuck. If we are working, no lepak talk, like just work. Also, it's best. It's just susah lah. It's really hard, and I had to learn this through a very hard way. It's a very hard thing to do something like a company or whatever with your friend. So first thing first is like know your base for me. Like what the limitations.
Yeah. I think that's how I feel because when I was watching the whole thing, I was thinking about us, right? And I was thinking like also because I feel like Joe just has like a terrible like macam ego that's like
Isn't he
like,
always had like big ass ego? Like
yeah, but he had it in my issue with all these things is he had like I told you guys before about ranting about Spotify and how they didn't give them how much money, and I was so supportive because I was like, wait, who else would talk about the company that's giving them the deal at the time while they still are in the deal and shit on that company because that company is like not paying them well enough, whatever. I was like, man, this guy's fire. That's dope. Come to find out he doing the shit to his own people.
That's the
Which is
problem.
like,
yeah.
He can have an ego and it can be like made entertaining for money, the ego aspect because we are like, oh, that's funny and how he's right. But when he does it to his friends, like, dude, like it. I don't mind you shitting on me, but why are you shitting on your friends? It makes me like feel like you're
Yeah.
not sincere.
Yeah.
Like if you shit on me and you like fucking loyal to your friends and all that, I'm like, yeah lah, it's his group, he juggle
It's
his
his
group
thing,
lah.
lah. Yeah.
But you also shit on them.
Then
So
what the fuck, right?
what the fuck? Dude? I don't know whether you what's your principle, you know. I don't know
Correct,
what you're
because
holding on.
he's always been like, oh, the creator first and blah blah blah and all this kind of shit. And then now he's like, man, Rory and Mal this is a job. I own this shit, man. Fuck that. Like, and all this kind of shit. Man, come on, dude. Like, that shit. Honestly, it hurt my feelings because I really like supported him. I really like was like, yeah, this is shit. Like, this is my shit. And then to come to find out that all the shit he was shitting about the industry and blah blah blah, he was doing. And worst part is he's not doing it to like just employee. He doing it to his friends. Maul has known, if I watched the podcast, so I know this. Maul lived with Joe and shit like that. Like, Rory like met him when he was on his second last album, help him fund his second last album and shit. Like, all this shit is like friend shit. So like, for
When
you
he
to do
does
that,
that, Chibaya.
it's fucked up, dude. Like, it really broke my heart, honestly. And also just because I was just then thinking about us, because and I really wanted to. I don't know. This might seem sappy or whatever the fuck. I don't care, but like, I really want you guys to know that, like, I know I was the one who called you guys to start this podcast, but I don't feel any ownership over this podcast. So whatever the fuck, like, I feel like, look, man, if two people build this thing with me, then whatever money we get, we splitting it 3. That's it. I don't care that, okay, in this, why I say it's kind of similar a little bit is because maybe I'm the most front facing because I'm a rapper and he was also a rapper. So maybe I'm the most, okay, Miro has a stream also. Sashi will sit in the back forever. Like, that's how he likes it, right? You like being behind the scenes. So the most front facing, I guess, is me and
Right.
Miro. And I guess because I've been doing it for a little bit longer, I'm probably the most front facing, right? But I will never feel like, okay, let's say if tomorrow my album go number 1 and now everybody start listening to the podcast, I won't feel like, oh, they're listening to this shit because me. Fuck y'all. I get 60%, y'all get 10%. No, because this shit don't work without the two of you. If you watch, and I watched the new episode they put out yesterday, they have 2 new hosts now. It's trash, bro. The shit. The podcast is so trash now. They have the 2 guys, though, because the Joe Budden Podcast mostly is focused on music. The 2 guys don't know anything about music. They like just talking. I don't know what the fuck all. Like, not funny anymore. It's not nothing anymore. And that's how I feel about this podcast, right? Like, fam, like, yes, maybe tomorrow I can have the number 1 album, but I can't sit here and talk by myself. That's not gonna work. And nor can I sit and talk with 2 other people other than you guys, because what we have is different from everybody else. And why I wanted to bring this up also is because it's like, people need to know that, like, fam, you cannot do everything by yourself. And also, sometimes you might be a spark in a situation you're in. You know what I mean? So, like, if tomorrow Miro becomes the biggest Twitch streamer in the world, he's going to be the
fucking
spark.
wood. Touch wood.
He will be the spark for this podcast now because he's the biggest streamer in the world. Everybody's going to come here and look at him. But how long? You cannot do that by yourself. And if you fuck over the people that were with you from the beginning, who tried to build this shit with you, it's gonna die. And guess what happened to Joe over the last week? 3 sexual harassment allegations from women who were doing podcasts on his network, who quit. I didn't notice.
You done fucked up.
Fam, I did not notice. He has a network now. He's not just Joe Budden Podcast. He has Joe Budden Network.
He's running other podcasts also, right?
Yeah, so there's See the Thing Is podcast. There's a couple other podcasts on there. 3 different. I didn't know. I watched the other one, the See the Thing Is podcast. There's 3 women: Mandy B, Bridget Nelson, and it used to be this girl called Olivia Dope. I did not notice. She was gone for a while. I don't watch that one every week. I watch like 2 weeks once or whatever. Every time I watch, she not there anymore. And I thought like, maybe every time just coincidence I watch, she not free. So she not there. It turns out she left because this dude tried to dry hump her in the green room while
The fuck, the
and then two other women from the two other podcasts also said the same shit. Now it's all falling apart now, bro. Like, look, man, like you can't do this kind of shit, bro. Like, you need to take care of the people around you. You need to take care of your. He's like, I'm a businessman. I have to make difficult decisions. Well, made a-
great decision making. Great
I mean, like,
decision
if-
making.
he could have easily macam showed them the accounts. One. If you don't show them, you'll make it seem as if you got something to hide.
it's
tau.
weird, right? Why are you not showing me?
Because it's not like some fucker asking you. It's two of the guys
Yeah.
who you bought podcast. Good.
If you build the thing with,
Yeah,
you know?
that's all. Like, and they already got contract already. Cool. It's not like they
Huh.
want you to change the contract.
No,
They just want to see how much money we're getting.
just
in the
seeing
first
whether it's
place.
correct or not. They're just seeing whether the money is correct. Or not.
Because
That's
if
all.
you're not hiding anything, then it's clean.
I'll show you,
Nah,
bro.
I got this much. This is the cut for you guys. Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I go out tomorrow and I get an Apple Music, let's say I go to the meeting, okay? I get an Apple Music deal. Let's say we make fucking $40,000 a month, and I'm like, okay, let's bust it down 3 people. Let's say I say this. I say 10K for you, 10K for Mirul, 10K for me, 10K we put into the podcast.
Yeah, put
out of the
back.
40K. Right?
Correct.
Put
Correct.
back, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
one day Sashi comes to me and be like, Can I actually see the check? Like how much are they actually banking in? I'll be like, see lah. Like
Yeah.
it's 40K, bro. Like you can see it. Like if I have nothing to hide. If I was actually
That's why
making
we need joint
80K.
account.
If I was and if I was making 80K, but I tell you guys 40K, then I'll be like, oh, you guys cannot see.
Plus,
You know?
these guys have been like growing, right? So he probably want to see like how much we are earning now and how
Compared
much
to
we
when they
grow.
started.
Yeah, like just see the progress, like
Yeah. And it's
because they're all businessmen, dude. So they want to know.
another thing is it's not wrong to because Joe was saying I thought they were my friends, but they didn't trust me.
But what is so wrong about that, bro?
It's nothing
like
to do
you-
with being
you-
friends, bro.
There's nothing
Yeah,
to do with
serious.
trust even, though. That's why you just want to
Nothing.
check on it.
Yeah, this is.
I just want to
pure-
check.
This is purely paperwork shit,
That's all.
Black and white,
man.
bro.
If you guys ask,
He can't
I
tie
just want
there,
to see
bro.
I just want to see the thing, bro. What the fuck?
if you guys ask me, I wouldn't be like, oh fuck, Sashi don't trust me. No, I'd just be like, oh, Sashi just want to see lah. Okay lah, see lah, chill, like, check lah. Like I wouldn't feel. He was saying he was getting super emotional that first episode.
Ego.
They never trust me. I'm their friends. I built this shit. If without Joe Budden, this podcast wouldn't exist. Blah blah blah blah blah, and all this kind of shit. Alright, cool, but like, there's like fans of Rory. Yo, that Vimeo video that Rory Amal put out, the response one, there is 16,000 comments. Just
On
comments.
Vimeo, okay? On Vimeo.
On Vimeo.
People
Not
need to
on
understand,
YouTube.
it's on YouTube.
Not on
It's
YouTube.
Vimeo.
It's Vimeo.
It's Vimeo. There's 16,000 comments only. Not talking about views. I didn't see how many views.
Yeah, correct, bro. What the fuck, though?
You know what I mean? So because for me, my favorite guy on the podcast is Maul. You know, he's the paling like cool, he's funny and shit like that. And I
Correct.
like Rory as well. Rory is like a very good like music knowledge and shit like that. I like him as well. He manages artists and stuff like that. He's doing an album by himself and stuff like that. I like that. Now with just him and two these random people, I'm like,
Nah,
What is
he
this, bro?
wants the Joe Budden show, what? I take ah.
that's what's happening now. The two random people are just like, yes, Joe. Yes, Joe.
Cik kau
Yes,
tell.
Joe. Yes, Joe. Fuck that, bro. Like, I don't want to see that because back then Joe would say some shit and Maul would be like, man, get the fuck out of here or some shit like that. You know, it was more
They're constant trying to disagreement.
because they're friends, so they know each other.
Yeah.
So they like, you know,
Yeah.
Like, I know you're fucking lying, you know. Fuck off.
yeah. We've done that on this.
Yeah.
We've done that on this podcast. So you'd be like,
like-
come here, what the fuck? Come on,
fuck off.
like.
No, it's like if Joe likes something and then Maul could be like, nah, I don't like that.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
he does it in a very like straight face kind of thing.
super straight, but he's like, fam, I
and
just
no,
don't like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I
Yeah,
don't like it. It's cool
Yeah.
to watch.
This one is just like, now it's just like, Joe is like, this is great. And they're all like, yeah, it's great. Yeah. It's like,
Bunch of yes man.
for what, bro? Like, then y'all, it's over. Okay, to end this, I just want to say, I don't know, Joe, if you're ever going to see this, but if I hope you do, because fuck you. It's over. That's it. Like, you were honestly an inspiration for me to start this podcast. But man, this was conducted terribly. Just from a friend standpoint. That's what bothers me. If y'all were just like some people who got together to do a TV show, co-hosts get put together, casting and whatever get put together, and y'all break up, I won't mind. These are your friends. I don't like that shit. Fuck you for doing that. And no, I'm not watching this shit anymore. It's over. It's boring as fuck. I could only watch, I think, yesterday I tried to watch it. I think I only watched like 12 minutes. Now it's like, nah.
Kami bias though.
Bias to what?
Kami tak puas.
I thought serious tak puas. Because like I said,
Siapa je dia tak puas hati? What he did is a very asshole move, no cap.
and because I looked up to him, which is what bothers me the most, right? Like I was like, oh, okay, I also want to do this with my friends. So I thought I was following him. Okay, I also want to do this with my friends and we do this thing. And then now you do this. I'm
Tiba-tiba
like,
idol macam jadi setan kan.
yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this with my friends. Like, this is not what I want to do. Like, nah, like, so fuck
Yeah,
you
man,
for doing
it's
that.
a problem when your idols macam disappoint you kan. Macam,
The
False
hero-
prophets.
False
False prophets.
prophets.
jadi false prophet tiba-tiba.
False
Fuck lah.
prophets.
That was
Jadi
my
false.
old Instagram bio, dude. False prophet. I think it still is sampai sekarang, dude.
That was my segue. That was my segue.
False
Cool,
didn't
prophet.
see
cool segue.
You didn't see
Cool
it.
segue.
I didn't see it.
Sashi sees it. False prophets. The song
I
made
see it, I see
by
it.
DJ
Cold.
Khalid.
Kayczar.
Cole.
I'm the Cari Pasal one in the gang. I know about
You look like DJ Khaled. That's why you're talking about DJ Khaled all the time. Anyways.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
wait.
shit.
Another one. I gotta go pee actually.
Alright, cool.
Pee
Let's
break,
take a-
pee break. Sashi,
2
Kavi,
minutes.
I know you wanna pee.
I just want to pee. Okay, let's go.
2 minutes,
2 minutes.
cool.
2 minutes.
Okay,
And then we
pee,
get to
pee,
me.
pee.
Alright, cool guys.
Wait, before that, I just want to say, Sashi never pees.
Bodoh ya.
That's what I said. Like, if I told you all we're getting 40,000, but I'm getting 80,000, then I'm not gonna let you look at the shit.
Yeah,
If I-
because then
It's
that's
wrong,
the
lah.
case,
It's wrong.
gonna be a lot of questions on you, bro.
Yeah, if I'm getting 40,000 and I'm giving you all the 40,000, then I'll be like, look lah, pancha, this is all we're getting. Like,
Yeah.
there's no.
Like full
Alright,
before sambung kan. Like in between kita tiga lah. Let's say one day this is just what do you call that? The Batman move I call it.
Okay.
Batman geli. It's like a backup plan.
Yes.
Okay, so if this happened to any of us, and my suggestion is, whoever did it, come out clean and then pay however the fuck you are owing the other two, and then move on.
I don't think I would trust you guys again.
No, after that, kena full black
Move
and
on.
white balik apa semua.
I don't know. I don't know if it would be the same after that.
That's the issue lah.
If I cheated you guys,
once the bond dah macam you look
Understand?
at me with the view macam yo, this guy actually like cheated
fuck
on
me
me
over
once.
once. Yeah.
So whatever he do, right, you're gonna look at me way more stricter. You're not gonna look
Yeah.
at me as a friend. You're gonna look at me
Correct.
as like strictly a colleague.
The bond is different already now.
Gone already. You're gonna look
It's
at me
gone.
macam
If I fucked you guys over, y'all be like, "Man, this dude.
like we will still work with him,
yeah, but like,
but we'll be like extra careful.
yeah. We're not friends, no. We friends. We
the
friends,
dynamic
but
different, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gone because like
sure.
right
Yeah.
now, for instance, like we all trust each other. But if
Yeah.
I fuck y'all over, then it's gonna be like, oh shit, Kavi did that shit that one time though.
Yeah.
So
okay, I get
that's
it.
the thing. Like, what makes you think that he won't send you us, again?
Yeah,
So,
maybe I got smarter and I just show you some different accounts that's like not whatever, like,
yeah.
You don't know. I don't know. I won't be able to do that. So like, my thing is just I will never do that to people who built something with me. I will fuck over any company. I will fuck over Spotify. I will fuck over Apple Music. I will fuck them over as much as I can because fuck them. They need us. Okay, they barely pay us anyways. So fuck them. But I'm not gonna fuck the people who were with me from day one. Who I paid Sashi 200 ringgit to do my lyric video, bro. You know how much work that lyric video was? Like for him to find out that I paid him 200 ringgit, bro. Like that's all the money I had. Like you know, I'm not gonna fuck those people over. You know, I'm not gonna fuck over Miro helped me when I had no money, bought food and came to my house. I'm not trying to fuck those people over. I'm gonna I'll fuck over Universal. I'll fuck over anybody else. Not each other, lah. Because
Faham?
if we don't stick together, then we will never be able to beat these fuckers.
Faham? Sebab like
Correct.
my reasoning because if one of you guys fuck me over, right? I'll probably do what I just said lah. Just pay me however the fuck you owe me, and then but it's okay. We move on. We clean slate lah. The way I see it. Sebab we had that, you know, that moment where macam inside I know who the fuck you are. Like
Yeah.
okay, you made one mistake, but I'm not gonna I'm still gonna be wary, but I'm not gonna make it such a big deal that it's gonna bother me because I know who the fuck you really are.
But also, you have to think about the amount of money they are talking about. Maul was talking about there was eventually when they did, they both of them, Maul and Laurie, had their own accountants and lawyers, and they looked into this shit and they found out there's like 400,000 or something like that missing from all the accounting and shit like that. It's a lot of money, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
it's life changing money, bro.
Yeah, the three of us are the three people who I know, even though we got like a lot of fucking money, and we're still gonna be the same.
I'm still gonna dress the same.
I'm still gonna dress. I'm still gonna stay indoor. I'm not even gonna go out. Or probably whatever the fuck you see me post on social media is probably someone else. I don't even bother. So
Yeah,
I mean, like
yeah.
in terms of money,
we will move away more from the
Yeah.
fame shit. I think
we
I
will
think
be
we
like
can-
tiga orang just buy a 15
tiga orang je. Yeah.
3,000 ekar tanah kan. Just one like 1,000,
Stay there.
seorang satu 1,000 duduk stay dekat, and then in the middle
In the middle is the hub,
ada
right?
triangle
Studio,
kan.
ada
It's our
studio.
So we'll just be like, hey, fucker, you upload dia, you pass it to them. It's like, no, you
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
lah, I want to go makan je. So
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, I'll go pass lah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's just. I think that's a good way to start with music as well, because the person we're about to talk about is, I think, one of those people as well. Let's talk about music a little bit. Of course, the big release that happened last week was the J. Cole album, the long-awaited J. Cole album. Okay, so what do you guys think? First off,
I think I'll
Oh.
say first because mine is very short.
go ahead.
I'm okay with it.
Right.
Because I'm not like you guys, you know. I listen to I'm your average listener lah, so I don't know the history.
Don't say all that shit. Fuck that. Just
You
Okay.
like or not?
yeah. What did you think of it? What
I'm
songs do
okay.
you like? Or
I'm
Do you
okay
have
with it. Because like macam korang, you guys know the how big it is for J. Cole to be dropping an album, man.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I never heard of J. Cole until I met you.
right.
So it's like for me macam okay, I've never actually dengar Mama Nis. I've heard some of his old album, not album even, just like
Songs.
song. Like the
Bigger
one
songs,
that So I'm like, okay, I know, but I never knew that this guy has not yet put out album in a very long time. So
Not
for
very
me,
long time, like it's only 3 years, lah.
But music wise, like okay lah for me. Plus, I think it's too technical for me to understand also.
Okay.
You get me? Like there's so many like history behind whatever he's saying that you need to
Yeah, yeah.
relate to, you need to know. So for me, like, I don't know that. So it's like
If
Okay,
if any of the songs came in the radio, would you like increase the volume or would you like
increase lah. What the fuck?
Okay.
That's definitely an increase. The hell?
okay.
go?
Do you have any favorites from the
No,
thing?
I don't have any favorites. I don't even remember the title. All I know is
Right.
that if you play it right now, I'm like, oh, okay, I know that song. Yeah. I'll
Alright,
be-
cool. Sashi?
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the 95 South. I really like that song. I think
Right.
that's like the hardest song in the album. I love the Timbaland track, Amari,
Yes, sir.
Almari.
and the last track with Bass, I think it's
Ooh,
To Power.
on Hillside.
Yeah, bro. That's the
What-
song
What do you think
Sama
overall as an album? Like, what do you think?
Power, bro, the amount of like replay value I'm gonna get, right? Yeah, so that's how I view it. Like how many times I'm gonna like step
And I
into
go
the
back
car.
to
Okay,
it.
I go back to the album and listen to even like 1-2 tracks pun and
Yeah,
like that means the album like macam can sustain me now.
right.
So for me macam gempa album for me because for me it's like whether I layan the shit or not.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I totally layan the album gempa.
So, y'all know me, so I'm gonna talk for a little bit on this.
Go.
I think this is his best album. And I know some J. Cole fans probably will shit on me for this because a lot of J. Cole fans, even the hardcore J. Cole fans, will say that like 2014 Forest Hills Drive was his best album.
Yeah. That's always that's the argument lah.
Yeah, that's
that
the one
album.
that's like top, and then like
Yeah,
you have to beat that.
The
right?
rest, yeah.
I think this is his best album.
I agree with you.
Because and why I made that segue just now was because we were talking about like we always gonna be these kind of people, right? We always gonna be who we are and shit like that. And I feel like Cole is that kind of person. Cole is among the big three, among Kendrick, Cole, and Drake.
Yep.
Cole is the paling macam humble. He don't do shit. He quiet. He don't call himself the best rapper alive.
But
Kendrick
does he
done
has
that.
a song named Humble though?
No, but even in humble, Kendrick calls himself the best. So it's
Yeah.
different.
He's asking us to be humble.
It's
Exactly.
It's like you have Kendrick here with like an award he made humble. And then there's
Yeah.
one guy at the side, it's like, he's still humble, but there's no
He's
award.
asking us to sit our ass down.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so Cole has always made music that was very mostly introspective and shit like that. He made an album called For Your Eyes Lonely Only
That album I heard of that album.
that was an amazing album, and that album was completely dedicated to a friend of his who died, and the album was made for his daughter of the friend of his who died. That was, he
Right.
does these kinds of things, And I feel this is the first time that Cole said, you know what? Fuck y'all. I am the shit. Now
Right.
let me go. And he just talked his shit throughout that, like you said, 95 South. The first line he says is, this shit too easy for me now. that's how he
Right.
came in. Like, and just as a Cole fan for a long time, since Friday Night Lights and Sideline Story and all those mixtapes, like, it feels nice, and I'm super proud to hear him just, you know what, fuck it, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm the shit. Like, also interesting story about 95 South. So, Mirul, if you don't know, like, the first song on the album is called 95 South, right?
Yeah. The one though.
And okay, so I didn't know this. I read it like, because I'm not from America, so I didn't. So the I-95 is a
Highway,
interstate
yeah.
highway.
Huh.
It's a highway, right? So the highway starts in Harlem in New York and ends in the east side of Atlanta. So if you listen to the song, it starts with Cameron talking. Cameron is from Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
And the song ends with Lil Jon, put your hood up. Because
Right.
Lil Jon is from the east side of Atlanta. So that's why it's called 95
Bro.
South. It's from the top of the highway to the down of the highway. So he starts with Harlem and he ends with east side. Like, that's the amount of detail
Power
It's a
though.
trip, man.
there is. I mean, we wouldn't have known that now, obviously, because we're not from the States. Like, I read that shit and I was like, wow. Like, that's the amount of detail that he put into this shit. And yeah, I honestly think this is his best album. Supreme, just from an MC standpoint, as a rapper, I feel like it's just like master level MC work that he's doing. Different flows that I've never heard before in my life from anybody, let alone him.
Facts.
Lyrical content that's like crazy. Some of my favorites, Amari, I think is like, I never thought J. Cole would make a song like that, but that shit is crazy.
I saw a video where he was, I think, FaceTiming Timbaland, I think.
Timbaland, yeah, because it's
And-
part of the documentary, but they in the documentary they didn't play the song and they didn't show who was on the phone. Then they put it out later that it was
Yeah, apparently like he heard the beat
Twitch.
on Timbaland from your Twitch stream, man.
Twitch. Yeah,
And then Timbaland didn't even save the
save
beat.
the beat, correct.
And then they had to recreate it.
Yeah.
He wrote the entire, he heard the
He
beat on
looped
the
it.
Twitch. He
He
looped
looped
it.
it.
He wrote the whole song, like 95%, all the
Yeah.
lyric. And then he called Timbaland for the beat. Dia kata, no, I didn't save the beat.
This one beat I didn't save, bro. Like
The beat that you really wanted, I didn't save it. And then they had to like make it back from scratch. Power.
remake it. You know, like yeah, I love that song. My favorite song on the album is actually "Let Go My Hand."
Is that
I
the
think
new one, the music video one?
Ta.
No, Amari is the
Amari,
music
that one
video.
is Amari. Yeah. "Let Go My Hand" is the song where he has bars on it and black. I think. I don't know if it's bar- I think it's bars and black.
I think Bars and Black.
And yeah, I love that song. That just very. I feel like he was very more honest than he's always been honest, but this one I feel like he's become very honest about himself. So where like whether he's talking about like, yeah, I'm the best, but I myself don't feel like I'm the best. So I needed to make this album to make me believe myself that I'm the best. You know what I mean? Like he did this to convince himself that like, yeah, I can do this. I can have features and shit like that. Like, don't need to do the album by myself. Past 4 albums, no features. So it's the
Correct.
first time. So of course, that Lil Baby feature when it came in, I was like,
Power.
what the fuck? The way he came in, bro. Cole was like rapping and then suddenly Lil Baby comes in. I was like, whoa, wait. Like, can't do that. All around, I think it's a
Great Lil Baby feature.
amazing Lil Baby feature. Lil Baby also got personal on that. Like, yeah. I think all around is a great album. I don't know what people are crying about, talking about Cole is boring and Cole, blah, blah, blah. And like Miro said earlier, I just want to let you know that, like, yes, I do agree that, like, this album, although there are good songs that, like, an average listener might enjoy or whatever, this is if you love rap music, you will love this album. You know what I mean? Like, rap music, not hip hop. There's a difference between hip hop and rap. Hip hop is like, okay, banger ke apa, you like that shit, right?
Yeah, I think I'm more like what you say. I'm more on the hip hop side.
Hip hop fan, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you just understand bars, flow, delivery, content, all that shit, right? This album is, I mean, it was like
Godly,
fucking
Yeah,
dessert.
he went hard, bro, on this.
Yeah, he not one bar wasted. I never felt like he said something just to say it. I never felt like, he was all like real, like there's a lot of time put into this lah. So like,
All killer, no filler.
exactly. Shout out to Drake. That's how I feel about it. Also, listening to the climb back which came out like a year ago, I think a year or two ago. Listening to it back again was like,
It's a crazy song.
oh my god, dude! Oh my god! Check out my projects and you see how I flip like exclamation points. Middle, did you get that?
Bit like exclamation is the Pixar.
You see how I flip like exclamation points.
Oh, I thought you think about Pixar yang doing
Nah.
Oh,
That's just one of the bars. This is like crazy shit on there. But yeah, okay. Shout out to Cole. Shout out to him also playing in the inaugural African Basketball League. This is the first time they've ever had their own basketball league. He's playing for the Rwanda Patriots.
26-year-old basketball player, bro. Let's go.
Professional basketball.
Professional debut at 36.
He played his second game today. He didn't score anything or whatever. But I saw a couple blocks he made and shit. Not bad. Apparently he's playing for only 3 to 6 games, not the entire season.
oh.
But it's still dope lah. Like,
It's
because
like, it's like Usain Bolt dengan MU last time, man. One game.
Usain Bolt had a stint with United. He actually trained with Borussia Dortmund.
Correct. Yes.
And then he actually got a contract with some other club, but
American team, I think.
Yeah, he played and he scored, but they couldn't agree on his salary the contract. That's it. And he couldn't. He didn't play lah. If they could have agreed on a salary, we could have seen more of Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
And he was a feature in the PES, PES 2019 or 20. You can play Usain Bolt, a special card.
Correct. And if you know Cole, I mean, for old Cole fans, he actually was a basketball player when he was in high school and college. He actually got a basketball scholarship to go to college. And of course, he didn't get picked to go to the NBA, and that's how he ended up rapping and shit. That's why his projects are called that way, the warm up Friday Night Lights. Like these are all like
Off season.
the off season. You know, like they're all named after basketball terms and shit like that.
Yeah.
So just nice to see that he fulfilled his dream. He get to play a couple games. Although he sucks, but like he get to play a couple games. Better than Drake playing in his backyard and breaking his ACL and shit. Fucker.
And they're not releasing the album.
And then not releasing the album. Alright, cool. That's pretty much it for Cole. Just a couple stuff I want to talk about also with music. Isaiah Rashad dropped a single. It's called Lay With You. Y'all can check it out. Obviously, this all came out last week, but we couldn't talk about it. Like I said, we were wrong about it being SZA or Kendrick or whoever. It's Isaiah.
We were reaching there. lah.
We were reaching there. lah,
Especially with Kendrick. lah.
Yeah, Kendrick is paling rich, I guess.
Paling rich.
I thought at least SZA lah, but
At least SZA, but
yeah.
nah.
But I fuck with Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah,
so, like, I'm
he's
happy.
cool, man.
I like
Cool.
that song. I like the new song. I like that shit. Also, we spoke about the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a few episodes ago. It's already been decided. So Jay-Z is in the.
It's gonna be dope.
No, he's already in. Yeah, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So shout out to him for that. Also another thing I want to say about just local music a little bit. I know I bring these guys up like every other episode, but these guys been killing it, and I just want to remind you guys that Force Park Boys Lotus remix, not All Star remix. There is a Singapore remix now. So they had the
Singapore
All Star remix.
What I mean?
Yeah, so they had an All Star remix of the song, which is like Malaysian rappers, Sonawan, a bunch of other Malaysian rappers. And now they have an SG remix with Faris Jabbar, Miko the 13, the Aesop Cash, Akim Jahat is on there, Fakar Fuzz is on there doing a verse as well.
Fuck a fuzz. Isn't he like a comedian?
Yeah, shout out to my big bro Fuzz, man. I love that guy, man. Yeah, he's the one who actually put it all together. So he's the one who had the idea to do this, and then he put it all together. Shout out to him. I've been having conversations with him in the past couple of weeks as well about my music as well. So shout out to him. But yeah, y'all go check out the SG remix for that shit. Anytime there's a Akim Jahat verse, I have to go look at it. So y'all go check that shit out. Yeah, that's pretty much it for music, and that's pretty much it. Before we get into the video of the week and end the shit, just want to do a quick congratulations to Man City for winning the league. Congratulations to you guys. Good job. I will just say this, I'm happy that the way they won it. Like they didn't win a game and like win the league. They lost. And then they drew. Did they draw or lose?
They started out banyak draw, but they lose, and then they start winning balik, and then they
The
start.
last
no,
game
the
they
last-
lost at
the last-
Brighton. The way they
lost.
Brighton they
They
lost,
lost,
but that is
lost.
after they won lah. That
No,
is
no,
after
no.
they won the title. Brighton is
Before,
after they won.
before United lost, what happened? They drew, I think.
Yeah.
Or they lost to Chelsea. Was it? No. I think they drew or something like that. I mean, they didn't win it on. Basically, they didn't win it.
They didn't win it. It was
It was like
given to them.
we
because
lost. Man U lost.
Mathematically, United couldn't make it. So they throw the title back to them lah.
I mean, of course, I knew from the start that they were gonna win it, but I just like that they won it off of us just losing. That's the only reason why they won it. If we won that game, it would have kept going. So I'm just like, I'm happy about that. But whatever lah. Congratulations to them.
I want to ask, since the beginning of the season,
Beninging, yes.
people don't really like, even you guys as a fan pun macam tak suka sangat MU kan. Compared to like the beginning and sekarang, what do you guys think? Like the team right now and where the team is heading. Sebab you guys are like second, out of fucking nowhere, dude.
Sashi can go first.
Babi, reaction macam soalan ni macam teruk.
Repeat the question again. Repeat the question.
He asked if what do you think about United and the team finishing second and where we are heading? He said,
Yeah.
how do you
Okay.
Like from where you guys started like Barai kan? Barai
Yeah,
is far wide.
Of course, now we recently lost. Before the Fulham game, we lost 2 games in a row.
No, we lost one game.
One.
Drew.
No, we lost 2 games in a row. We did.
Who?
Before Fulham, which game we played?
Liverpool.
We lost to Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Before Liverpool,
Oh yeah.
we lost.
Oh yeah. We lost.
we lost 2 games in a row. We lost to Leicester, I think.
Yes, Leicester, sorry.
Yeah, right. We feel a young team and we lost.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
Liverpool, we lost.
Yeah.
But prior to that, we only lost 4 games, and the 3 games we lost in the first 3 games.
First, yeah.
So pretty good momentum building by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think the team is really improving. And of course, I think we have to improve our defense. Our defense a bit memang shambles. But our attack is pretty entertaining, which is fun to watch. Finally,
Yeah.
finally, the attack is kind of fun. Like these guys can really macam. Even though the Fulham game we created a lot of chance, but we didn't score. But at least it's entertaining to see these top players playing for the club instead of
Yeah.
Pereira and
Januzaj.
there's a lot more usually suspects there, right? But when we see like okay, Pogba, Bruno, Cavani, Rashford, and
Yeah.
Greenwood there, macam okay, exciting force. Defend can buckle up. Midfield also
Yeah, I think
defensively we have to buckle up lah. That's what I'm saying lah. And
I
don't
think-
concede first every time. Even though I like it when we come back and win. Even though I like when we come back.
I
and
don't want
win.
that to be a thing. Like
Don't because I don't know next season can be like that lah.
yeah, exactly. Other teams gonna
Yeah.
know already. Like
Yeah, so yeah lah.
I feel like Milo said, definitely we made a lot. Once they resumed the season after the break, I could see the difference already, a big difference. But I definitely feel like there's a lot of gaps that we need to fill. Even
Sure.
you know, I know the attack.
Pause. Yes, I said it first. Yes.
I can't believe I missed it lah.
Hey,
Fuck,
yo.
that was my chance.
Nah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things we need to fix, lah. Like, yes, I agree the attack is exciting to look at because of the players we have, but I mean, teams like Fulham with those players, that should be an easy game for us. I feel, it's a bit of lack of creativity a little bit there. Also, defensively with our midfield, so I don't think Fred. I love Fred. I honestly love Fred. I love McTominay, but defensively, it's just not working out. Lindelof, man, I cannot, bro. I think that I was hating on Maguire at the start of the season, but as time goes on, I realized that.
Kan aku dah kata dah Maguire is good.
Okay, no, I'm not saying Maguire is the best fucking defender.
He's not the best. He's definitely not the best.
but yeah,
he's pretty solid.
he's pretty solid most of the
He's
days.
a solid centre back. Yes.
Correct. He makes his mistakes here and there, but fine. But Lindelof is just, to me,
Lindelof
just
is good with the ball, but dang, his header throw, you can really body him lah.
You can body him. You can put the ball past him easily and all that kind of shit. Like, we need to fix our center
Because right,
backs.
it's the Premier League punya standard though. Everybody is
Yeah.
gonna like barge into you, and referee is gonna be like play on.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So
shit.
that's where Lindelof might get fucked.
Okay, wait. Before we end this, since Miro asked this question, how you feel about Liverpool?
Hey, Liverpool back in top 4. Why? UCL
How you
still
feel?
on,
Let's go.
baby.
What a
Hey,
goal by
make it-
Alisson. What a goal by
Alisson.
Alisson. Hey, I'm seriously.
What the fuck?
Hey, answer lah.
Forward, though.
Okay lah.
Yeah.
I think the recovery and it's just like it's too late. It's like lambat, you know. If we figure it out. the
Nah, but y'all have so
positions
many
were-
injuries, bro. Too
Yelah.
many injuries.
Lah, but even though there's like after even right now pun if you see our team pun it's not like we're talking about the defense lah, sebab kita offense still okay. But
Yeah.
defense back then macam Nat Phillips.
Yeah, shout out to
Hey,
Philip.
Netflix
bringing
now
score.
viral, bye.
Yeah.
Hey, now he okay.
He viral now.
When like masa
He
awal-awal
played
kan.
against Menu. When he played against Menu, remember he did that shit. He missed the ball and shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, when they put him like, they tried. I forgot that young dude's name, and then that guy after like couple of games tak masuk, then only they put Phillips
Yeah,
in.
Phillips, yeah.
For me, it's like it's too late, you know.
Yeah.
They should have just like masuk.
But y'all miss-
awal.
Liverpool punya main problem is fatigue, bye.
Because not enough
Burnout.
player.
Burnout. 3 years of top level
Yeah.
football. Now all players burn out, and bro, Salah is going to PSG, bro.
I don't know about that.
Speaking about Salah,
I don't know.
Speaking
Bro.
about Salah, and only like
You
last
watch this
couple of
face.
games, last couple of games, I see that he's starting to play as a team,
Passing the ball,
passing the ball to Mane, bro.
Mane.
Yo,
Yeah.
Like when he
Almost said
passed
Mane.
the ball to Mane, magic happened.
Money is being an asshole because Salah was an asshole.
Being
to
an
him.
asshole to
Don't
him.
do it, go asshole. Fine. I mean, like I'm when I watched the game the other day, I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy they're starting to pass to each other back because at least now I can see the ball heading towards their goal. I'm like, sebelum ni
I think y'all honestly missing Virgil.
Virgil is the glue.
I feel he really
He's the
is the
glue.
one. I feel he will shout at you.
Yeah.
He will do, there's nobody like that.
He's the big man.
Like he's not around. So, but I would let me just say that like I am a Man U fan. I hate Liverpool and shit like that. But I was watching the Liverpool game, and when Alisson scored that goal, I
That shit was
celebrated.
amazing. That was
I celebrated.
that was banging.
As a goalkeeper, I was a goalkeeper. So when I saw him do that, I was like, holy shit!
That
Like,
was a banger, bro.
bro, that was a strike. That was like some
Striker
fucking
header.
Lukaku type header or some shit like that, bro. Like it was good as fuck. It wasn't just like I know, like I think Schmeichel has scored before, a couple of keepers have scored before, but a lot of them macam like whatever lah.
No,
depan
he's the
goal,
first
whatever.
keeper with a header, I think.
Header.
Or
Like-
I don't know if Schmeichel's got a header, but in
No,
Premier League,
Schmeichel volley.
I'm not sure. But in Premier League, at least Alisson is the first keeper
Header.
to score a header.
And it wasn't just a fluke hit. That shit looked
No,
like
he meant it.
he meant that shit.
Because I remember Tim
Wow.
Howard scoring. But
Ah,
Tim
yeah,
Howard
yeah.
is from his line, he sepak
He's-
and muscle
yeah,
straight
yeah,
to
yeah.
the keeper.
Schmeichel was just a volley right in front of goal. He just smashed that shit. Only.
Right. So
This was
Alisson is
like-
the first with a header.
A finisher.
Finish, and also like I just want to say with the whole situation.
Yeah, the part when after he scored, the whole teammate macam go follow him macam kelakar.
no lah,
sia.
because because you
No,
know
they are like, what the fuck?
no, I think and also because
Power
the,
though.
just the year
Yeah,
that he's
ah,
been
lah.
having, his
The
father
dad
passing
passing,
away.
yeah.
And all
Facts,
that kind of shit, like.
facts.
So I think the team just was like, man, fuck, dude,
Embracing.
like
I mean,
you
it was
scored,
funny,
dude.
like,
It's
it
a
was-
win for you sekarang.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
heartwarming kind of funny.
yeah,
lah.
yeah. I watched his post-match interview and he was saying that shit also, like, it's a good
Yeah.
moment for me, like that stuff. So I'm happy for him. Like. But fuck Liverpool. Okay, anyways, let's
Yeah,
end this shit.
before we
Okay.
end, shout out to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
That's what you guys call him, Trenta?
I call him Trenta. I don't know if other people call it Trenta. lah.
Damn, it sounds fucked up. Okay, well, anyways.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trenta, right?
Let's call him
Yeah.
Trent. Let's call him Trent lah. What are you doing?
No, it's hard for me to spell like Trent. Okay, go.
Alright, let's end this shit. before we
Digimon,
end-
bro.
Exactly. Before we end the shit, video of the week is back for this week.
Yes, sir.
Middle, what do you have for us before we end?
Okay, this is I saw this video, I think last year kot. I think I've told you guys about this. Like, there's this one kampong in Turkey kot, if I'm not mistaken. They communicate with whistles.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. Like, we whistle like when we want to call our friend. Well, fuck, right?
Yeah.
I can't whistle, by the way. So
I can whistle too.
this whole ass kampong communicate by whistling. It's like
Yo.
a whole kampong of just birds.
I don't need to see the shit, bro. Like,
Ah,
I need to see the shit, bro. Hold up.
got it. It's by Great Big Story. It was uploaded in 2020. Let's see.
Shut up.
Tucked away in North Turkey's mountains. Tucked away in North Turkey's mountains is a remote village where some residents speak a special language. This is Kushti,
There is a
also
wolf
known
across
as
the hill.
bird
How the
language.
fuck did
It
she
allows
manage that?
complex conversations over long distances without using words.
Because they stay
This
in like
great big story is
Kilowatt.
inspired by Genesis.
Thick as a whistle. Kuskoy.
İsmim Mazaz Köçek. Ben bu dili çocukluğumdan beri bileyim.
Madzes is known as the greatest whistler in the village. For centuries, farmers in Kushkoy have kept livestock and produced various crops. They originally began using the bird language so they could quickly communicate with each other over the hills while they worked.
Bu 300 yıldır konuşuluyor. Hepsini anlatabiliyorum. Telefona nasıl cevaplaştığın da birbirine konuşup da hani ayağının dibinde gibi. Nereden nereye de arkadaşınla konuşuyor. Aynı öyle konuşursun
God.
ıştığıyla.
Bangan!
This is crazy, dude.
Out of necessity though.
Similar to Morse code, the bird language transforms the full Turkish vocabulary into varied pitch frequencies and melodic lines.
Parmaktan parmağa değişir bir dil. Ha bu baş parmaklarım kalın çıkardı sesi. Böyle. Küçük parmaklarımın ince olduğunun sesleri. Dilden çağırdığında biraz ince çıkar sesin. İnce ses çıktığında tam uzak mesafeye gitmem. Kalın ses uzak mesafeye gider. Biraz daha uzağa geçsin dersen büyük parmağınla yaparsın. Hani şeyin...
Is she the only one though? I don't see anybody replying to her.
Wait.
But the bird language is slowly disappearing.
The bird
Aşağı
language.
yukarı köyümüzde 100 kişi ise 50'si konuşuyor bu dili. Telefonlar çıkandan girip çokları bunu hani daha konuşmuyorlar.
But Madzes's whistling is still going strong.
Oh,
Hani
Aili, oh,
yaşatmak
Atang.
istiyoruz bu dilimizi ve benim hani bir kültürüm, bir mesleğim gibi elimde çocukluktan beri gelen bir şey. Ben seviyorum hani sevmeye de devam ederim.
You guys can search more lah. That's like the whole video of the guy
Yo,
minta
that's crazy.
the
bro.
guy minta bread from his neighbor all the way from bawah at the end. So it's like bring me some bread. I was like, bro, gila.
That's fire, bro. That's fucking fire, bro.
That shit is born out of necessity lah. Like you stay in a hill, like
Jauh sangat, right?
yeah, it's like just a more complex version of yodeling.
Or like just yelling at the top of your lungs. Instead
Yeah,
of doing
like
that, just
if you
like
scream, kan macam tak sampai.
Yeah.
It's not perceived enough. It does.
yeah,
Sound is a wave, right?
the frequency lah. The
Ah,
frequency
frequency,
is not
ah.
like the.
Like she said, like it's
Wow.
like if someone whistling from afar, it feels like they are literally next to you. It's a
Yeah,
whistle,
yeah.
right?
That was fire, bro. I'm gonna look at that shit after
Yeah,
this.
go ahead. They recently put that into the World's Heritage or something. From a second.
They should, man. And
Yeah.
she was saying it like it's dying. She said 50 out of 100
Out of
people.
100.
Okay, lah, 50%.
So
what?
I believe that they started like classes. They already because I did a follow up of this thing.
yeah.
So apparently they started classes and a bunch of kids are learning, and then there's like more
Dope,
people
dope,
using the
dope.
place. Fire.
That's crazy. I mean, this is the equivalent of like smoke signal to me or something, you know? You know, it's that kind of shit. Like,
But it's
It's
faster
crazy.
than smoke signal lah. So you have to
Much
wait for
faster,
fucker
yeah.
right now, like. Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
also
yeah,
then the
yeah.
two of you, cannot, both of y'all cannot whistle. Okay, I also can only whistle like very weakly. I cannot like it's
Yeah.
not proper. It's very weak.
I like.
That's
Actually,
all.
I actually can whistle very very well.
I knew it.
I know
Alright,
Sashi
cool.
can't whistle.
I can't.
That I know for a fact because we had a full blown leopard session where we tried to teach him how to whistle. I remember this, so I was like, we can whistle, but then Sashi can't. So we spent like 2-3 hours. It's like, no, Ken, you have to put the wind through your tongue and then through your lips. I remember that. That's why.
But I still can't do it.
Alright. I still can't do it. Alright, cool. I feel like we've been going on for quite some time now, so let's end this shit right here. Gas Station Podcast, episode 23. I'm your host, Kayczar, and I'm joined here back again. My boys, we got Nobu, aka Amirul, in the building. You can check him out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nobu Plays. That's NO8U Plays. He is. What are you doing right now? I don't even know what you. Yeah, that's what he's.
Oh, those, yeah.
I'm still playing Apex
Apex.
as per usual. But once Biomutant hit the market, I'll be streaming that game until I finish it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
are
I'm looking
into
forward to that.
story driven game, yeah, come lepak.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to that. Also with us as usual is Kafka Purp, aka Sashi. You can check him out on Instagram at Kafka_Purp. We have a new record coming out tonight at midnight.
It's already
What
out.
time is it?
It's
It's
already
out.
out.
Yeah, it's out right now. I mean, yeah, it's Friday, so it's already out. Y'all should check the shit out. Broke by Krishna David and Niroshan is out right now. Artwork done by our very own Sashi. Check that shit out. Is all streaming platforms or just YouTube?
All streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms is out right now. Y'all check that shit out, man. Y'all, if y'all are not on Jingy Gang yet, y'all really need to get on the shit because I feel like Jingy Gang season is about to be upon us. It's gonna come, so y'all should check that shit out.
Yeah, man.
I'll leave the link later in the bio as well. My name is Kayczar. Y'all can check my music out on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you get it. I just dropped a freestyle over J. Cole's Close Beat. Y'all can check that shit out on my Instagram, on my Twitter. Kind of depressing, but y'all just check it out. Lah. I'm just talking my depressing shit for a while. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Gas Station Podcast episode 23. We signing the fuck up.
Peace.
Peace.